Okay. So I apparently it's gonna be okay, and then I have to go live here. Okay. Okay. We're live on Instagram.
What?
Hey. So what happened was you have to keep the window open where you're doing the live stream. And then once you go live here, you have to go live there.
Mom, I have a question.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why do you spend time with me that much?
I do spend time with you, baby, as much as I can. And we'll spend time when we're not in school, okay?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We are not live on Instagram.
Oh, well, it's showing live on the thing.
Refresh.
It said go live. I did it.
Ah,
Oh,
we are.
okay. I needed to press it again. I apologize. Hello out there
Oh,
in TV land.
pardon this situation.
We're trying our best with what we have. You understand? We are doing the best we can with what we have. And that excuse the mess behind me. I'm so sorry. We're just
It's just plants. That's
so
fine.
sorry. Everything is back here all at once. But you know what is also back here? My
Oh,
mouth.
now that Dave is not here, everybody can hear how badly I actually do that.
It's okay. I got us. I got us
Too
tonight.
many burpers.
You got too many barbers, and I don't know. I don't know if
How
we
many
can
burpers is the correct amount?
barbers to barber themselves. Anyway, hello everyone. This is Austin Poetry Slam podcast. Finally on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Twitch. Sorry, we had to go where our community is already there. So
Right.
thank you all so much for coming in. My name is Tova Charles. This is of course Rachel Z. I don't know. I'm just gonna introduce people because we can't ever get it
Well,
together.
because sometimes you say your name and your title, and I was waiting for the title part.
I'm
So,
very inconsistent, and it's going to be even more inconsistent and unhinged today. So, if you are looking for this is just going to be a sweet little podcast. Nothing is going to ever get talked about. This is not that night, girl. This is not that night. It's your or die. Happy November to all of my sorors out there. Stephen Gamero, Sorority Incorporated. We were founded in this good month. We did not get the results we wanted on the election night, but hey, we still here. Um, no, but seriously, like a lot of people going through a lot of things, a lot of feelings are being felt, and I just want to say personally, like I am here where you are. We are in the same. Maybe you're not. I don't know. The percentage of the math is not telling me that we're all on the same page, but if you are on this, hopefully we are on the same page, and there's just going to be a lot of things that are going to have to shift. They're going to shift anyway. So we'll see. January is going to be 2025 is going to be a hell of a year. And we're going to see how everybody shakes out of it. But I don't know.
it is going to be interesting to say the least. I am wishing nothing but everything that they hoped for to the people who voted for it.
I hope for you the day that you deserve.
Yes.
I hope the day
And
I
the
hope
actions of the president that you voted for.
because in reality, the ones that actually have common sense, we already like we understand, we see, we are gonna be okay. Ones that know how to make moves, which is a lot of us, we gonna be fine.
Yeah.
My kids are gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. I'm actively applying for school still, even though FAFSA is gonna be a vapor in just a minute. But I am going to be applying for school. I am going to be in school very soon, and so I just really really feel bad for the ones that did not vote for one way or the other. Oh, okay. Well, the star of the show is here now. It's the Christopher Michael show. So glad that he could make it to his own show tonight. It's always a wonderful time. He's like that preacher, that the resident preacher at your church, but he never there. We always got a guest preacher. Never there. That's fine. That's fine. Hi, Christopher Michael. How are you? We didn't even do our mental check-ins because we're all mentally shot.
Can we not?
Not going well, basically.
We did no mental health checks because our mental health is not here, girl.
It's not checking.
Not today.
It's not checking.
We are. That's what we are. We are.
And we gonna.
And we gonna. That's what we gonna do.
And at the end of
the day is
going
indeed. Glorilla already told us.
At the end of the day, the days go in.
The day is go in. Glorilla has already given us the blueprint. I don't know what else to tell y'all.
Did y'all know 40 science monkeys escaped from the facility in South Carolina?
Great. I hope that they start the zombie apocalypse because I'm really ready for this to be ejected off this planet. Let's go. Bring on
I
the
was
monkeys.
like, the science monkeys? Bro.
Were
They
they
probably lasered their brains
were
to be
the
like
monkeys scientists?
No.
in South Carolina.
All I was thinking is, well, that's what you get.
I think that's the beginning of the story. 28 days later.
Oh, man.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
tried to told you.
The German government has fallen.
I tried to told you. I tried to told you. Anyway, there's a lot to cover tonight. I don't know how much.
I hope you got a checklist because
I do not. I just heard a couple of things on the TikToks that I just wanted to address real quickly. Oh, by the way, Chris, we were able to figure out how to put it on Instagram. So we are on Instagram live right now. It's crazy.
Mhm.
We just had to follow the directions, and just like that, everything works out fine.
Hey, I just wanna wish the president-elect congratulations. She did a great job, and I, for one, did a great job.
I, for one, finger guns.
For 2
And for 3.
and for 3. Couple of things I'm doing to keep myself together. One, I am not listening to any news right now. There's no NPR, there's no Daily Show, there's no Pod Save America. There is nothing that is saving us right now. Y'all are all talking in silos, and I understand that now. I was trying to listen to y'all because I thought y'all had the inside pulse of what's happening with the other people. Because they ain't people. Y'all ain't got meetings or nothing. We got meetings all the time. So I thought that's what I was listening to Pod Save America, because I was like, they know they got their people. They know they people. They don't know their people. They don't know their people. And Muhammad Ali said in an interview, he was like, you see, and I'm probably gonna say it wrong, Chris is gonna correct me, and that is okay. This is why we're here. That if I see a whole bunch of scorpions on the other side of the door, and you are like,
Yeah.
it's only a couple of us that are like, not all of them are bad. So you want me to open the door and let all the scorpions come in?
And I can't identify which is the good one, which is the bad one.
I can't identify which one is the good one.
There's 1,000 scorpions coming at you, but only 10 of them are good.
Yeah, I can't relate. The data is in. I'm gonna pull it up. This is where I am, because this is the problem, is that
How he gets 64% of the Native American vote.
the data's in. Exit
Poll
data. data
Demographic.
by race and gender. We're gonna look at a couple of images tonight, okay? If you do not understand math, that's great. Me too. But what I want you to understand, samesies. But what I want you to understand is that the data, one, is not lying to you. You are not being gaslit. The data is already in. Number two, I'll figure out number two in a minute. What I want to look at is the big data first. Hold on, how do I share? I know how to share my screen. I went to school.
Oh, multiple times.
Look,
Chris.
Look.
Oh, you finally got it.
I finally
6 months later.
Don't worry about that. That's not the point. It's not the point. Okay. This one is a little choppy. It's a little blurry. Let's see if I can make it not blurry. Okay, here we are. Katie Couric. She had posted this. Okay. She had posted this. If you cannot see it, Katie Couric put it on her stuff. So you could go ahead and look over there. 60% of white men, which I'm not surprised.
Right. Those are his people.
Very rude. That they look like you, they sound like you, they act like you. Get that. I get that. That makes sense to me. White women, 53%, more than half of you. These are also more than half of you that are married to black men. Some of y'all are married to black men, non-black people of color. You're all in there.
I have so many things to say.
You're all in there. They're all in there. That number is you. You are that number. If you are not in that number of the red, you know them numbers in the red. And y'all go kiki, you go to brunch with them, y'all go
villa together.
Villa together, y'all be cutting up cucumber sandwiches with each other, going to each other's baby showers. Y'all, that's what y'all do. This is your number. This is your number, babes. This is your number. Black men. What? Okay, before I get to the black men, how much did they put up that black men were not supporting black women? How many thought pieces outside of our race had black men was not supporting black women? Is the number a little bleh? Because I was like, why y'all not in the 90s percent?
Okay, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers from previous years.
And I'm not right. I'm not surprised. It hasn't changed. I'm not surprised at that. It's the same consistency, and together it was 85%. We were voting together. Black people have never, ever, ever, ever deviated that much away from each other. And y'all cherry picked who y'all wanted to talk to about two black men and black women, knowing good and doggone well, majority of us was going to vote for Kamala. So let's just keep that a buck. Latino men, 55%. Okay. Latino women, you are 38%, but still. I
just read something that I can't remember the number of counties, but some absurd number of counties along the border voted Republican this election cycle than they have in the last 20 years.
I blame Reagan. I blame everything. Always goes back to Reagan. If we always want to just blame a person,
almost say Reaganomics.
Also, it's very apparent. It's very clear that anti-blackness lives and thrives in the Latino community, and we understand that. Mm-hmm. Latino women showed up more than Latino men,
right?
Latino women showed up more than Latino men, but as a group, as a community, okay. Other races, and I saw that data that you talked about, Chris, about Native Americans. I wish I could find. Okay, this is by gender. Men 18 to 29. Those are the bros. They were 49-47 split. 30 to 44. That's in my age range. Men 53 to 43. Okay, men baby boomers and stuff, not surprised. 45 to 64, 60% was for that man. Surprisingly, 65 and up, which is the ones that's retiring, knowing that they social security is at the poof in the air, they were 44. Still not surprised. Women between 45 and 64 were 49%. 49% for Kamala, 50% for Trump, 50% of women between the ages of 45 to 64, because they're not in the age to get an abortion or anything, so they didn't care. And then 65 plus women, y'all were 45%. So it was older women. Okay, we looking at you. Older women, according to the data.
The Marthas.
Huh?
The Marthas.
The Marthas out there. White women, you are not here. You are not showing up. Older women, you are not showing up. Can I call out men? I sure could. I could, but what am I doing that for?
Right.
What am I doing that for? Compared to 4 years ago, is your family in a better situation? Okay, these are all exit polls. Cool.
Go back to the abortion one.
Abortion should be legal in all cases. It should be legal in most cases. It should be illegal in all cases. So this is the number. And then Florida had a vote that was trying to codify abortion. They had to have 60% of people. It was at 57. They do that on purpose because they know it's harder to get 60% of the vote than the majority of the vote. Okay. And also I heard about, this is my last thing for right now because I'm really mentally exhausted. But now white women are like wearing these blue bracelets, being like, "Oh, see me. How do we signal to each other?"
It's the fucking safety pin all over again. It's performative. It's fake. It's bullshit. And these are the same white women that date and marry black men and say, I'm not racist, my kids are mixed, blah, blah, blah. But you don't even fucking learn how to do their hair. Like, I am so sick and tired to death of the fake diet racism that exists amongst the polite company of white women. I am disgusted with it, and it always shows up. I don't care how many times or how long you think you've known someone or whatever. There's always a scenario where something is said, a topic comes up, and it comes out. So I posted this on Facebook earlier, like, Black people don't give a fuck about your blue bracelet.
We don't care.
Like, show up or shut up, and do it consistently, not just at a poll. Because if you're a safe person, people are gonna know that.
It's super capitalistic because now you want us to buy a bracelet. Girl, get on out. Go on somewhere. We're good. The theme of all of us that voted correctly, let me just say that, the ones that vote with common sense, all three of us on this podcast come from very different backgrounds. One has been in the military. One lived in the South my whole entire life. One is Latina who lived on the border. Chris is from the Midwest. He's from Ohio. We are all from various different reasons. We all believe in the Second Amendment. We all believe in all the things. But it's like the old people, like the ancestors said, they're gonna show you better than they can tell you. And if you think that they're not gonna do all that stuff, that they have the House, they have the Senate, they have the White House, and they have the Supreme Court. If you think for 14 seconds that they're not going to try to pass all of that stuff in that book, in that Project 2025, you have another thing coming, friend. You absolutely do. I hope you know that. And we tired. And no one is coming to save y'all. Well, Black women are not coming to save y'all. Maybe other people will. But all on my timeline, on TikTok, all on my Facebook, all of them have been collectively 2025 to 2028 is our time for rest. What are you doing? We're going to the gym? Girl, let me know. Where are we going? If you're not coming over here for vibes or a party or a good time, please don't come over here. Please don't. They talking about deporting 25 million people. There's only 7 million immigrants in the like illegal immigrants in the country.
Speaking of like common sense, the like logistical nightmare of trying to deport that many tax-paying, employed, working people.
It's going to tank the economy.
The whole everything's going to fucking fall apart.
Because
the restaurant industry, are you kidding me?
America was built on slave labor. And
right.
If you deport all the cheap labor.
And here's the thing. I know that he just threw a number out. I know he did.
Absolutely.
But the people that follow him are expecting an exact number. And if he does not provide that, they will eat him alive. So guess what he's going to do? He is going to find, like we wanted to find them votes last time, he's going to find 25 million people to deport. And guess what? People are going to be crying and gnashing at the teeth on the internet, trying to do hashtag save my people. You better figure something out. You better find somebody else to do it. Because it won't be Black women. Every progressive movement that has ever happened in the United States, for the most part, I can't say all of them, but a majority of them have been led by or started by Black women. And we are collectively throwing our hands up and be like, my community will be good, my family will be good, my people will be good, the ones that I know, but everybody else, y'all can figure it out, is a dangerous position for the country to be in. It really is. We are clearly the minority in population, but we are the majority in progressive movements. And if you do not have Black people, Black women at the helm of that, okay, you got it. I'm gonna get a t-shirt. Say you got it. If you don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask us for nothing. Nothing. I'm tired. I'm
this
tired.
80% state of democracy is bothering the fuck out of me.
What?
80% of the issue that mattered most to people voting was the state of the democracy.
For Democrats. The state of democracy is for Democrats.
Right.
The state of the economy was for the Republicans, which y'all don't even know how that works. Y'all don't even know how the economy works.
Talk to them about the tariffs.
I don't know how many think pieces, and a simple Google search will tell you what an actual tariff is. You're conflating tariff and tax with the same thing. Those are not the same thing. Tariffs will lead you to get taxed out the wazoo for your stuff. If that's what you're trying to look for, you better start figuring out how to make wooden clogs at this point. Because if they send that stuff over here, you're going to try to figure out how to pay for it. You think the company is going to eat that money and they profit? Absolutely not. You're going to be eating that money.
Hey, I just want to say, since Trump is, since the election, my stock portfolio went up 15%.
I bet it has.
I'm sure.
I bet it has.
Oh, you know what? I haven't checked mine.
They got
I wonder how many people voted for him because they ain't got no money, thinking they was gonna get some money.
Like y'all are not even in the tax bracket that
Child. Y'all good. Y'all got it.
Look, hold on. He said he's gonna cut taxes on overtime, but Project 25 is going to take you from a 40-hour work week to a 160-hour work month. At 8 hours, they pay me overtime. But what's going to happen is you're not going to get overtime until you work 160 hours or 61 hours in a month. So you work 80 hours one week, 40 hours another week, 40 hours another week. You done for the rest of the month. You done worked your hours. Take the time off. You good. You gonna get work like a dog, and you ain't gonna get shit.
Yeah. Well, they increased the threshold to receive overtime, like the income threshold to receive overtime. So if you make over a certain dollar amount, you don't get overtime, or under a certain dollar amount. So they won't tax it, but you won't be getting it.
Yeah, all of those people that said no overtime tax, their salary. Hey friends, they wouldn't have got it no way. Hey, I'm salary. I'm not gonna get that no way. Even if they already screwed us over with the overtime thing. You think I work 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week? Okay, y'all got it. That is my theme for the rest of the year. Every time someone puts up hashtag save us, hashtag whatever, put whatever race, color, creed other than black women and black men, to be completely honest at this point in time, y'all got it. You got it. Talk to your president. See what he can cook up for you.
Write a letter.
Concepts of the plan at this point in time. Let's see if those concepts, he didn't have to tell you what a plan was. He didn't need a concept of a plan. He already had the plan written out for him. Baby, he don't need to do that. He had concept of the plan because the plan was already written out in Project 2025.
Mm-hmm. That he didn't know anything about. Even though.
Yeah, exactly.
All his offers wrote it.
And the thing is, if you're like, oh, you do poetry, just shut up and do poems. What do you think poems are? Other than a window to a microcosm of what the world is actually doing right now. Would you think poems is politically uncharged? We'd have nothing to write about if we ain't talking about politics. If our identity wasn't so tied into our politics. And that's the other thing y'all can miss me on. We could still be friends, which thank God there's nobody that I had to like take off my page and all that stuff, and God first, and he gonna hold it all. Other than my mama, who know, she loved the Lord, and I love her for loving the Lord. But I can't take my mama off. Anyway, she knew what was up. I talked to her today. She already knows what's up. But the people that's like, we can still be friends, and just because our politics, bruh, there is no black person, and I'm gonna say brown people too, because even if they clearly in the data is here. The data is here. Clearly, if you do not think that it matters, but trust and believe your identity is tied just as much to your politics as everybody else in this chat here. Yeah. Let me see if I can look something else up.
Somebody commented that, to your point, yes, they're I don't know what FSLA is, but FSLA exempt, so they don't get overtime pay.
Somebody posted, just curious if there's any space for kids for the poetry slam. My son is really great at poetry. There is
Fair Labor Standards Act.
Fair what?
Fair Labor Standards Act.
There is a couple of poetry things for kids. I would have to look it up, but I'm not on that time right now. But I mean, there's a youth Austin Poet Laureate, I think, right now. Check out Austin Libraries. They can give you more information about that. Chris, how are you feeling? What's going on with you? Okay.
I have returned.
You left us.
I pushed the wrong button.
Let's just say the scariest thing I've seen as far as television entertainment The absolute scariest thing I've seen in the last 5-10 years is The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. I am the type of person that the Republicans would like to be having children. I am educated. I make a fairly decent income.
Yeah, but you like to have control of your own body. That's not going to work.
Correct. But even now, even if I wanted kids now at this stage in my life, I wouldn't want to get pregnant, because if I got pregnant and something went wrong,
The risk
gotta
is
die.
too
I gotta die for a maybe baby.
Yeah, the risk is too high. People watch one too many times Game of Thrones and saw them women dying for their children and thought that was what we gonna do in 2024. Girl.
No. There is going to be an influx of women getting sterilized, because absolutely the fuck not. And I would recommend we all get it done who want to get it done sooner rather than later.
I already called my doctor, and I apparently have a $25 fee. Baby, as soon as I get paid, I will be signing up and going to get it done. Because a lot of the people, hold on, let me close my door. A lot of the people that already are having the thing and getting tube ligations and stuff, is people that already have kids. We already have kids that we are barely being able to afford right now. So you want me to have more kids that I cannot afford?
Not just that, this is why the abortion conversation pisses me off, because it's also a very race-driven issue.
Absolutely.
Black women die due to pregnancy-related causes
10, 20, 30, I don't know what the
it depends on what state you look at. If you are going into up into the East Coast, it's in the 200%.
Crazy. It's so crazy. When I was pregnant with Harper, one of the girls I went to school with, she graduated a year after me or 2 years after me, had her baby, doing great. 2 days later, her blood pressure dropped.
Yep.
She was still losing blood and she died. She was like 30, maybe. Never got to see her baby. And I was pregnant with Harper at the time. And I was like, yo, this is not just like, oh, have a baby. This would be really great. This is fun. Like, bringing new life in the world. Like, you are literally risking your life. And it always happens, because when you're pregnant, you be doing research. When I was pregnant, this woman was a surrogate for another family, already had 3 babies of her own with a husband, decided to be a surrogate for somebody else, and died.
Wow.
Trying to have that baby.
Wow.
So now the 3 ones that you had that you wanted, and your husband is out here lost.
Mm-hmm.
Lost. And the thing is please, men, I implore you, go get a vasectomy. If you don't want no kids, and you don't want no kids, snip it up.
Someone just commented, I know many men who have had a vasectomy for the same reason. It's not a good time to be pregnant or get someone pregnant, whether planned or an accident.
And a vasectomy is reversible. You could think about it. You can, if you're like, hey, you and
mine is scheduled for January, and don't lean on that reversible shit.
Sure.
It's not. It's yeah. If you're doing it, don't expect for it to be reversed. I ain't saying it can't, but don't put your money on it.
Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe it's time to close this chapter of the American story down.
We had a good few years.
We had a good run. The democracy lasted as long as it possibly could. We had some illusion or remnants of it looking like a free democracy after the 60s. So we had 60 years of like people can do what they want to with their bodies. People can get married to who they want to. And if you think for 14 seconds, again, if they are not going to come after same-sex marriages and interracial marriages, you have lost your whole mind.
He already did. Anti-miscegenation laws are about to be crazy.
You have no idea. You think the gay people that voted for Trump, which is wild to me, the interracial marriage people, that is wild to me. But I digress. You got it. Because when they start nullifying y'all's marriages, which is wild because JD Vance is not married to a white woman, but y'all gonna figure that out, I guess. Y'all got that. Maybe the South Asian marriages will last. I don't know, child. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Yes, you told me. That's what you said. You said we're not gonna vote in y'all interest. We know that it's going to benefit us, but we're not gonna do it anyway. He's going to solve all of our problems.
Right.
He has 34 felonies. He couldn't even vote for himself. He couldn't even vote himself in because he has 34 felonies. Oh, he could have probably in Florida.
Voting in Florida.
In Florida.
I was so confused because I saw the picture of him voting and I was like, the hell? Which that doesn't seem like it should be a state thing, but you know, whatever. What do I know? Other than it's time for snippies. Snips all around. But you know what's crazy? I got really lucky. My doctor is dope. And he was like, whatever you want to do, you're the boss. It's your body.
You're telling too much.
Nah, I was real quiet. I was scared.
I don't know what.
You're saying too much.
I was just going to say it's hard for women to get any procedures done because a lot of doctors won't. Women like me, a lot of doctors.
So let's not point them out right now on this recorded venue.
I wasn't gonna say who the doctor was.
Hey, but they know who you are.
They, the elusive they.
Hey, them days. Hey, listen, do not discount the days.
Oh, I'm not.
Months back,
I'm not.
I'm saying to vote. Oh, Chris logged off. Hold on, wait, Chris. We need to come back.
Probably clicked on the wrong shit too.
He probably.
Do you recall a few months back, Trump saying vote and you'll never have to vote again? Do you think with all the power he's been granted by the Supreme Court, he'll work a way to stay in office? I don't think so, only because I don't think he's going to live that long. That man is 78 and not in good health.
That is the common thread going on right now, is that's the other talk, is that he is here for a good time, not a long time.
He just didn't want to go.
And the problem we need to really be talking about is JD Vance.
Yep.
That is the actual issue.
He's a whole other level of. She said from your mouth to God's ears.
Hey, listen here. JD Vance has talked about taking the women's vote away and giving it to the husband to make the decision for the house.
He has said that we should have to prove that we're not pregnant in order to travel across state lines. This sounds really familiar.
It sounds like. That's the other thing. I just want to
red crowd.
I just want to make sure that we are very clear. The Handmaid's Tale has already happened to Black women, Black American women. It has already happened. It has already happened. My last name is Charles. You think that the Charles of Africa was just roaming around? You think that?
You think that so happened to have been the one that got swooped
It
up.
just so happens that got there. My
Mhm.
people from, I don't know. That would be a really great. That's really great. I really wish I do.
To have, yeah.
That would be really amazing to have, but I don't know where I come from, and we made it up. That's why I think people get so mad too, is because really Black women came out of the dirt, and really y'all used to have us cover our hair because it was too much of a distraction, but now we use headscarves as just like an accessory. Like, girl, we've been flipping it since Reconstruction.
Right.
So happens.
We've been flipping it since Reconstruction. So y'all got it. That is what you told us. Y'all got it. Don't worry. You got it. Don't come over here asking us to save or talk about or I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna hold your hand. My hand. Yeah. Don't come to the slam asking us to promote anything for anybody anymore. It's APS to the day we die. Don't ask us to promote nothing for nobody. Don't ask to no. Don't come over here like, hey, we would like to. Nope. And I'm standing on that 10 toes down. If it's not a Black person, if it's not a Black woman at the helm of it, or a Black person at the helm of it, or one of our inner circle human beings that I know is down, please don't. Hey, we just wanted to come by the slam and do a recording. Find somebody else to do it. We don't. Hey, I just wanted to come and like do
Chris's
a report.
Power went out. Chris's power went out.
It's already happening. It's already starting. Is it raining out there in Killeen? I heard it was raining today.
It was a little overcasty, but you know he out there in the sticks.
Is he probably out there in the back trying to find out where his trying to find out where the wire is. Going outside seeing if anybody else's lights is off. Probably tearing on his right
see him
now.
standing in his pocket in his driveway like, with the dad pose.
I don't see anybody. Y'all lights out over there. He probably scared. Chris, it's okay. We love you. Whenever you can come back in, you come on over.
Oh man.
Yeah, I just want y'all to collectively understand, like, you have never seen a shift, and I've never felt this shift before. I've never felt the shift of like, one, it feels, at first it was like, wow, y'all really don't like us. That's crazy. That's how I felt at first. It's like she's just not into you, or they're just not into you. And you're like, okay, you really,
for real.
Wow. You really don't like women. One.
Baby.
You really
and I've
don't.
known it, but sometimes I make a little jokey joke. Nope.
No, you really don't like women. I get that. Okay, I got that. I understand that. But y'all really don't like Black women, because Hillary Clinton's numbers weren't even that bad, and y'all hated her.
Right.
I'll just say y'all didn't know what Harris was about, but y'all hated Hillary, and the numbers were not this bad. So clearly, you got it. You got it. You ain't got to worry about us no more. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can stay my tail at the house, find some peace and serenity, make some money, and then go pick up my babies at their school, bring them back to my house, and rinse and repeat. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah. Go
to the gym, go to the Pilates, go wherever, go on walks with my friends out in nature. We're not listening to any more news. News is the number one stressor of women, the number one killer of women is stress. And we have been stressed out over the entire world all this time, our country, trying to save people. Y'all don't want to be saved. What J. Cole say? Don't save us, she don't want to be saved. That was our fault.
Her being America.
Her is America, and her is comfortable where she is, and we gonna see, baby. He love Putin. He love him. He love
People
him.
love him.
He love him.
Mhm.
The news is very toxic, and it doesn't matter which one you listen to. It doesn't matter, you know, they're all doing their own form of like scare tactic. Everybody is in the booth now. All the MSNBCs and everybody's like, well, I just don't know. We could just look at the numbers and the exit ticket and the data. We looking at the data. The data's here, girl.
Right.
The data's right here. There's no other data to look at. There's nothing else that you could say or do. Now, positives. Shout out. There's 2 Black women now. Now that totals up to 5 Black women that has been in the Senate. Great. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing, but cool. They're there. That's
Right,
great.
yeah.
Y'all didn't get that crazy one in South Carolina to be the governor, the one that called himself a Black Nazi. Great job. Good job. You didn't do that. Shout out to y'all. The mayor of Baltimore is a Black man, and he's like, I'm sorely disappointed. That was lovely. Great. Love that for us.
Right.
And that's enough. That's enough. I'm done. And that's all the updates and reports that I have in this moment in time. Thank you so much for coming to our TED Talk. I'm trying to think of other things to even like.
I don't
Did
know.
anything else happen in this world other than the shattering of our reality? I don't know. It's gonna be worse. It's gonna get worse.
I just need Joe Biden in these next month and a half, 2 months, to be absolutely fucking unhinged. Executive orders out the ass. Stack the courts.
So.
Get rid of all the student, whatever you want to do. Codify abortion rights. Stack the courts.
Democrats, this is not the time to be meek or mild. This ain't the time. This ain't the time. This is not the time to be like, we're gonna play by the rules. And honestly, this is why we got to where we are now.
Yep.
Because y'all are so, well, politically correct, want to play by the rules, want to stay doing the right thing, blah, 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 blah. For what?
Right.
We knew what time it was when the Tea Party came up. We was like, Tea Party? Why we getting more tea? Like, I thought the tea, y'all already threw it off the harbor, right? Isn't that the storyline?
In the Boston Harbor.
In the harbor. I thought that's what y'all said, right? That's what y'all said. So what do you need a Tea Party for when you already have the Republican Party? We were already up to they were already with the shits.
Right.
When Obama was elected, they already was like, okay, Black people getting too close and too comfortable. And so we need to start making moves. That was what the Tea Party is about. All of us over here, Pop Girlies, we need to start creating an actual third party. Like an actual third party. The Green Party's never gonna make it, but let it be the Black Party. Oh my God. The Black Party. I'm not saying Black Panthers because we already know what y'all did with them. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do that no more. We're not centralized like that, and we do that on purpose. The reason why the Black Lives Matter didn't have actual like leadership is because y'all assassinated all of the civil rights ones.
Right.
And so they were like, no, we don't really actually want to be assassinated, not too much, not hold up on the killing of us.
Like, it's y'all more of an idea.
Right. Y'all assassinated their character. You sure did. Yeah, you did that.
They did do that. Yeah.
Y'all assassinated their character when they bought a house and they bought a blah, blah, blah. This man has 34 felony counts and counting. Because the other thing is, he can get rid of them Fed charges. You can't get rid of state ones.
Nope.
You can't get rid of them. The ones from New York, you can't get rid of them.
Nope.
Now, unless the judge is like, I'm throwing it out because there's no, it's not precedent to put a sitting president in jail.
Right.
Sure. Maybe that'll happen. But maybe New York be damned because they still didn't vote for him. They might still be like, and you need to be in jail.
Well, did you see this thing about the Senate accidentally passing a
They don't accidentally do nothing, but
right. Well, basically the short version is, and apparently Joe Biden's about to sign it, that if Donald Trump wants to be president, he has to divest from all of his everything. So if he wants to be president again, all of his assets have to go.
Ciao.
I'll send you the link.
That's wonderful. I think that the pettiness is going to be November and December is going to be quite an interesting time, because Democrats, they have nothing to lose. Absolutely not. They're already out. So they're like, all right, let me run it up. Biden, this your time to be the Scranton, Ohio thug that we know you are inside. You about to walk into the pearly gates. Just give us one. Give us a couple. Give us a couple before you go ahead and make your way. Because Biden not going to be here much longer either. Like, thank you so much for your service, sir. But like, you about to be up out of here too. I follow a few Democratic groups, and many people admit that they sat out this election and did not vote because they were very upset at the way they did Joe. The elite Democrat Pelosi and others decided we the people to give us a primary. That aside, Kamala was the most qualified, period. Yeah. People had to have sat out.
Yeah, there wasn't as many votes like in total as there were before.
That's the number that I really want to have, is who sat out, who didn't even vote. That's the number we really need to have, because yes, they voted. The popular vote, blah blah blah. How many millions of people did not vote because they were upset about whatever you were upset about, and because you've never felt that, you never tasted the idea that you could not vote, you don't understand what it is to like not have it at any time.
Yeah. Somebody said they're the real issue.
That's the real issue.
Yeah.
That's the real issue.
I think at first I wanted to have a little bit of hope, because it's not so much that there's so many people that voted for Trump. There's just a lot of people who didn't vote. And I know the issue of Palestine was a huge thing that prevented a lot of Democrats or left-leaning people from voting. Oh, it's Sunny.
Hi, Sunny.
And I get that, but I think upon further reflection, I think that makes it worse. Because one, any hope that Palestine has dies with Trump being president.
Gaza is gone. Gaza is gone. Whatever little bit of that, he told Netanyahu, go ahead and finish the job.
Yeah, finish the job. So I get that people feel a way about Harris not taking as strong of an anti-Israel position as they wanted her to. But one, that's a lot of votes to lose. And two, again, yes, the lesser of two evils, and it sucks, but that's what it is. That's where we're at. Yeah, he said it would be a great beachfront property. It's just,
y'all got it. Y'all got it. Because the one thing that I found out about, well, not one thing I found out, I've always known this. Anti-Blackness lives in every people of color sentiment, statement, whatever community you in. Anti-Blackness is there. It is there. It is there. And the moment, the millisecond that we were like, Black people were like, okay, we need to pivot and like save ourselves first so we can save y'all. Right. Y'all believe in genocide. Genocide already happened here. Genocide already happened here. We live in a country that already has put people in internment camps. Japanese people were put in internment camps. We've already had genocide. Native Americans. What do you think the Trail of Tears was? What do you think that was? What do you think that was? Tulsa, half of a city wiped out. If you want to see the actual, like, it obviously is from the movie, but Lovecraft Country, which I was thinking about this the other day, season 2 was they divided the country up, gave black people like Montana and North Carolina and North Dakota and South Dakota. They like black people go up there, and then they divided it up. HBO said no, somebody pick it up. Will Packer, Universe, send this to Will Packer. Produce that woman's show. We need to see it. Clearly, she knows what's happening, and we do not. But if you want to see what Tulsa really felt like and looked like, please go watch Lovecraft Country about the Tulsa race riots. Please go look at Watchmen on HBO about the Tulsa race riot. The first episode. We've already gone through that. Whatever that lake is that they about to build a water park over that drowned an entire city. Look at them. Central Park used to be a black village. Genocide has already happened in this country, and because it did not happen directly to your people, you may not know that it happened, or you are ignoring it. But for you to be like, oh, you support a genocide. We live in America, babes. We support multiple genocides at the same time. We do.
All the people that buy from corporations support it. Like, it's just, and unfortunately, the state of our country is we have to choose between the lesser of two evils, and it sucks. But not voting just puts us further away from that utopia goal.
Y'all got it. I'm gonna say that multiple times. I'm also saying it. That is gonna be literally I just got into my 40s. Amen. Hallelujah. But in my 40s, I already was like, this is about me. I was blessed enough to make it to 40. Not everybody gets to say that. I'm really, really, really blessed to be here in this position. I'm blessed that I was able to get my degrees. I'm blessed, all of that. I'm blessed with my 2 beautiful, healthy children, mentally healthy, physically healthy children. I thank God for that every day. I thank the universe for blessing me with so many different miracles and magic. However, the miracle and magic that I have, I now need to protect. And clearly protect from everybody else. I don't like, I'm going to throw this out here. If you got kids and they are in schools with people that do not look like them, if they have leadership, if they have principals, assistant principals that don't look like them, don't talk like them, don't act like them, be very careful about keeping your kids there. Because in the state of Texas, we're about to pass school choice. And you know what school choice means? Is that people get to take money out of the public education system and then put it into a private school, which has never been done before. That means tax money is going into private schools. You need to start thinking about building a school. You need to start thinking. I know that sounds crazy. I know it's like, oh my God, I have to build and create. Yep. You have to stop depending and leaning on the government is going to take care of you, because it is not, because it won't. And if you don't do that, if you are like, well, they'll figure it out, or well, I'll figure it out, or what, you better figure it out quick. You better start making plans. I have friends right now that are trans that are like terrified right now, trying to figure out how to escape. I have friends of mine that have sons that have children that are trans, and they were like, listen, every plan that I had is now gone. We're trying to figure out how to get either out of the country or out of the state, out of a red state. If you live in a red state, Texas and Florida were the blueprint. Texas and Florida is a blueprint. That's why I'm not worried about having a Republican-led all of that. I've been having that for my whole life.
Right.
Republicans have ran Texas since I've been a child. I am used to it. Texans will be okay. People who didn't vote, who have an opinion, They're sharing now. They can go choke on the unused I voted. Yup. You can. You can.
Yeah.
Please don't let me. Also, my ignorance is so bliss. Please don't tell me that you didn't vote. Please don't tell me like and if you're on the internet and you about to troll and like put in the comments, oh, I didn't vote. Girl, I don't know you, nor do I care. But if you in my personal life and you come up to me in my face and you got enough in you to come to my face and tell me I didn't vote or I voted for Trump. Okay. I'm not gonna go to jail because I got kids. But what I will tell you is you got it. You got it. Congratulations. You did it. Y'all got it. Figure that out.
Right.
Figure it out. On another note, for people that are immigrants, people that have gotten there, people that are freshly, I have a lot of friends that have just gotten their citizenships and that they worked super hard to get them. And they pay more money. And I guarantee they know more about the American Congress and government than you ever will. I promise you that. Yep. Joe Mar be quizzing me all the time. I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't know. When he was studying for the test. And I was so proud of him. But those the people that are immigrants that are freshly new, got their papers, being a citizen, and then voted for Trump, you don't think that they gonna start doing grandfather clauses or granddaddy clauses? Like if your grandma, you can only be a citizen if your great grandma was a citizen. They reached for further back for Black people. We were considered 3/5 of a human. So if your great grandfather, okay, keep on. Girl, there is a test. I know. I heard. I don't know how Americans would not pass it. Natural born Americans would not pass the test. We wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
My dad has been in the United States since his teens, and he is still a resident alien.
Come on.
Green card.
Come on. Y'all think it's a game. You think it only stops with the illegal aliens. You think it's going to stop there. He promised those people 25 million. They stopped.
They're already coming after DACA, so
they already DACA's done. DACA's done. So all of my friends on DACA, I don't know.
I know think where I grew up. I know so many people. Just working in the field that I'm in right now. Right now, Austin probably has the highest population of emergent bilingual students. One of my kids the other day when I was at work, I didn't go to work today because I just could not take it. Was like, what is going to happen to my parents? That's a really great question. I have no idea. And I can't even like be like, everything will be okay. I really don't have. I really don't know. I don't know if he was bullshitting, and I don't know. 25 million is a crazy number to say about mass deportation. We don't even have enough people to in those positions to mass deport. They're gonna have to collect them up and sweep them. Like ICE is gonna sweep people out of their beds. And there's going to be little to no verification until after the fact.
And also, let's not forget that he is giving police full immunity. Full immunity. You get your head
around, they're going to stop you. They're going to snatch you up. They're going to send you to Mexico. And it's only when you're down there that they're going to be like, oh, when your family up here complains, oh.
If they got enough money to do so. If they're not terrified enough to do so.
Yep.
Okay. Stop and frisk is back. Y'all don't know how bad stop and frisk was. And transparently Texans don't either. What we do know is that New York had it, and they were only clocking Black and brown people.
Oh,
only.
Yeah.
Only. So stop and frisk is going to be a nationwide affair. Okay.
And
got it.
And here's the thing. If I were walking down the street and somebody walked up to me and said, "Prove you're an American citizen."
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't have my birth certificate with me. I don't have my social security card with me. I don't carry my passport.
I saw one woman was like on TikTok. She's like, now I gotta carry around my birth certificate with me. Probably. I would your driver's license is not enough. Probably. You probably gonna have to carry around both.
Sounds a little bit like a Jewish star
Huh.
on the lapel of your jacket.
They're gonna make it easy. You can be able to download your birth certificate on your phone. You can have it in an app. Easy
Oh,
peasy.
yeah. Yeah.
Show up whenever. They got you.
Yeah.
Just carry your passport with you everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
Easy peasy.
You can tell Siri to load it to this home screen so that if you're in a pinch and can't get to your phone because you're handcuffed, Siri will pull up your naturalization papers or your passport or your birth
They
certificate.
will look at my name and be like, "Oh yeah, she been here." Some people's names they'll be like Rodriguez, Zuniga. they're going to be like, that don't feel American enough for me.
My brother's name is Jose Domingo.
Come on. And the thing is that our country is not unique. My parents used to bring all of our stamped and sealed neutrality anytime we left McAllen. Listen, that's going to be a lot of people's reality.
Yeah.
A lot of people's reality is that they're going to have to carry their papers with them at all times. And that is if you were given the opportunity and chance to explain yourself and to show your papers.
Right.
Because now they can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't think the police cadet classes are going to be huge now? Because that's really what's kept them away from getting so many people to be cops, is because they don't want to get sued and yada yada yada. Okay. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. They can murder somebody in the street. They can hit them with batons. They can put fire hoses on them. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. And now, if you try to sue them or you try to get them arrested or you try to like get some justice for your family member, they can be like, that immunity thing. Just can't. We just can't do it. Sorry. But y'all got it. Black women have collectively told y'all got it. The Latino women, y'all were close second behind us. They are also saying you got it. Especially the Latino men. They really looking at them crazy in the eyes. Deeply in the eyes. They looking super crazy at them. You got it. And to me, honestly, 71% of Black men does not surprise me. 77%, sorry, 77% does not surprise me. I thought it would at least be at 80, but we close to. Black people weren't the problem this go round. We see who the problem. White men, which again, not surprised. White women,
pendejas.
Come to the front. Come to the front. How? Just white women that's in the chat. Please explain to me why do you and I know what the answer is, because we're choosing our race over our gender. I get that part. Please don't give me that. Well, you know how racism and girl, I know that. But your friends specifically, what fear do they have over white men they don't want? They don't want white men. They don't want them. Everybody that has ever dated a Black man that is a non-Black person goes out of their way to let me know that they're dating a Black man. I could be like, girl, this new phone I got is crazy. I know. And my Black boyfriend, he bought me a phone too. I love that, dude. I love that you're a Black boyfriend.
That's ridiculous.
I listen, chat. If you have been in a situation where someone just out of their way tells you that they are dating Black people, please in the comments let us know your story. Let us know your journey. I don't understand why you think we care so much. We don't. I don't know if you feel like that's like gonna get you in, or that gives you like a
pass.
or a ticket to the cookout. Do you know why we don't say picnic? Do you know why Black people don't say picnic? It's because it said pick up. Can't say the word because we'll be banned on all things.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Black people don't say picnic. That's why we say cookout. Same difference. Different community. Black people carried the votes for Harris. My Latino men, shameful, their machismo and control of women. Yeah, and their proximity to whiteness. Let us not forget. I took a Latin American literature class in college, and I also took a class from a queer Latino woman, and we talked about it's a famous nun. I can't think of the name of the nun right now, who was a scientist and it was also gay, and she like kind of slept with the governess. I can't remember the name. I have the book over here somewhere. If somebody can like think of the name, that's fine. But like, I didn't realize that what in that class I learned that like there are different levels to how race and nationality fit within the Latino community. That's not something that is very clear cut. You Black or you not Black. There are variances, right? There's Afro Latina, there's all those. But like for the most part, for Black Americans, we see Black and white. And now, you know, and Latino, we do see color, but like that's a whole other conversation. But there are levels in that, right? Because the conquistadors didn't stop in one section. They went everywhere.
Correct.
They went everywhere. And we know that. So just understanding that there is very complex in that in and of itself.
But I would like my other white passing Latino people to understand they will never pick you.
Whew.
I don't care how much you think you pass, how much you can laugh at jokes about wetbacks. I don't care how much you think that the guy that you golf with is your friend. They will never pick you. And at the end of the day, I am so disgusted with my community who continues to prioritize white proximity over building true community with other Black and brown people. Because it doesn't matter. You can exist in those spaces for so long.
Yeah.
And it's about to be proven. And I am fucking over it.
Yeah. I want to say this so that it's very clear. If you voted for Trump, I don't care what race, creed, color, like I hope you get the day you deserve. I hope you get the country you deserve. I hope everything that you ever wanted out of this presidency happens for you. I hope you get what you deserve. And I mean that with everything.
Genuinely.
Genuinely, I hope you do. Genuinely, I hope you do. And to the affront of that, to the flip of that, I hope that I am wrong. I pray to God I'm wrong. Everything that's telling me is not. I'm not. But I pray to God that he's just like, New Yorkers, we just flip at the mouth. We just say things. I'm not really going to deport 25 million people. I hope that he was just kidding, joke for us too.
The only reason that I don't hope that is because then nobody will learn. And that is why this Karen phenomenon exists. That's why people talk crazy online, is because when there are no genuine repercussions to your actions, when you get to go through life without facing real consequences to the actions that you take, and you think you're somehow above the people that will be affected by your actions, you deserve everything that's coming to you. And I truly hope you get it. And maybe that's fucked up, but
I mean,
you literally asked for it.
It's not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just saying that I hope that I'm wrong to the fact that the people that I know will be harmed. Like, especially, I'm really focused on like the 25 million immigrants that he's about to deport.
Right.
Like, babes, they're not swooping into the Canadians. They're not going to swoop in and take the Europeans.
The English people who have overstayed their work visas.
Yeah.
Which most people don't understand. That is the bulk of undocumented people who have overstayed visas. And if you have ever known someone who has had to navigate that process, you would have just an inkling of an idea of how easy that is to do.
Yeah, it's child, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Now there are resources that people are already posting out there. Hey, people have gone so far. You kind of have to like parse through the TikToks, because some of the TikToks would be like, all right, you got to get cans of beans, and when you dig, you got to dig 6 feet under and then open up the girl. You ain't got to do none of that. You should know how to grow something, because stuff is gonna get dumb expensive. If you can afford a chicken or two, I guess you should get one of them to lay eggs. I don't know anything about the outdoors, so I will be lost. I will be lost.
$12 for a dozen eggs.
I will be. You know what you should do? This is my trade secret. When stuff get a little bit too high, HEB and all that, I start going to the Asian markets. It's always the one H Mart. H Mart is a little pricey, but it's still cheaper than going to HEB. Huh? Oh yeah, you got there's also one in there's an Asian market. If you live in Austin, it's off of Palmer, I want to say. There's one off of Palmer and what?
Metric-ish,
yes. There's one there, and then there's also another Asian one by the where the Big Lots is. It's like on the closer to Mopac. It's in that little there's a fire station and there's some other stuff.
Jomar said 99 Ranch.
Yeah, 99 Ranch. There's a whole Asian center right there in Central Austin, close to airport. Hannah Market, which is that's my favorite one. Hannah Market is that girl.
Give that ramen noodles that I like that come with the little spicy hot oil packet.
Yeah, I love it. I love it there. Honey, we need girl. Yeah, if you got land here, you're good. If you got land, you're good. And really, they really don't want to play in black people's faces. I'm gonna be real honest. A lot of this that's gonna trickle down to y'all, or trickle down, or affect y'all, is not really going to affect Black Americans in the way mass deportation is. That's not our bag. Police immunity, that is a problem. That is a problem. And that is not a problem for people that it is a problem for all of us. It is a problem for all of us. If you live in the city, if you live in the suburbs, if you live in, Williamson County is kind of blue, but I think that we were red this last election. I'm not exactly sure how the counties split up. I was so pissed off, honestly, about the entire election. I didn't want to see insular how it is, but get to a blue county. If you can't get to a blue state, get to a blue county. Stay in that blue county. Is it going to be more expensive? Absolutely. But you'll have way more protections in that blue county than you will in a red county. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Like, ooh, that sausage is busting. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be great.
I saw him post that. I was like, what sausage?
And I used to.
I need to know.
Yeah,
If it's
Nebraska,
good enough that he only has to refer to it as the sausage, I'm like, I need that.
What is these? Oh, yeah.
The sausage? I need it.
The. Mr. Dave, are you? Your face isn't here, but your spirit is.
Mr. Dave.
Mr. Dave. I was trying to look for another
also
picture.
muted. Huh? He's probably driving home. Oh.
Hey, I totally am. I'm sorry. I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Hello.
We love you anyway.
Love your guts.
I love y'all.
Well, you can eat, and we'll probably be on when you get home. So just like let us know.
We're just on here cutting up.
We are.
Okay.
Hopefully we have jobs at the end of the day. Yo, here's the thing. I didn't have nothing else to say. I was about to say another here's the thing, but I didn't have the here's the thing to say.
There's
Here's
no
the
thing
thing.
to hear.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. If you would like us to not work anymore and just do this for the rest of our lives, we will totally do that. Just
Sweet.
send us money.
Yeah.
And sponsors. We would love to. We would love to just sit around and talk on a podcast for the rest of our days. Just let us know.
Just
Let
sit
us
here
know.
and comment on current events.
Y'all love us. Clearly.
Maybe we'll start reading those Am I the Asshole Reddit threads. Those would be
Yes.
so fun.
I think the answer to those are always yes.
No, they're not.
Really?
I have come across. I'm gonna start sending them to you too. I send them.
Okay, but you had a problem in your own life, and instead of dealing with it, you aired your laundry for all of the internet to see.
It's always anonymous. It's I, female 38, and my partner, male 47 or whatever. Throwaway account because they have my Reddit. It's always how it goes.
Okay, here's
They're always
one
like super niche stories too.
It's so specific. Like, am I an asshole for this one thing that I've done in my life? Probably. Okay, I'm gonna read a couple of them. This is actually really fun, and it gets my brain off of.
Yes.
My daughter, 8, female, went to school today in a sleeveless shirt. It is not against the dress code, and she's worn similar things before without issue. A substitute teacher decided it was too indecent and called me to bring a different shirt. I was already on my way to a hockey game. I play goalie for a local beer league, and people are desperate for goalies. And the one person who least can get away with flaking at this last minute or being late is the goalie. I was offended by the implication that my daughter's outfit was somehow inappropriate. I told the sub that the shirt was fine and I couldn't miss my game, and did not appreciate her overstepping her boundaries. Read the t-shirt. The sub said she would have to send my daughter home and that my husband or I would have to pick her up. I laughed in her face and told her that wouldn't be happening. My husband works from home, but I had the car since I was en route to the game. He had no way to pick her up either. The sub ended up making my daughter wear a blazer all day, and now the sub is complaining to the principal, and my husband thinks I should have just brought the shirt and fought the issue or complained to the school board or principal privately later. One, sub, you're there to make sure the kids don't kill themselves. Period.
That's it.
That's
Right.
literally your job.
And not police what they're wearing.
And not police what they're
That's
wearing.
not even against the dress code.
Right.
So her shoulder was doing something to you.
Right.
Her shoulder. I would like to see all the boys that you have in this room and see if their shoulders are also causing a disturbance.
Right.
That's one. Two, your husband garbage. Throw him away.
Right.
Because for him to not back you up, I don't care what it is. Back me up.
Yeah.
If I'm the one dropping this kid off and taking them to school, you almost have no, and you working from home, la-di-da-di-da, making your coffee, taking a walk out in the park in the sun, like you had a stressful goddamn day. Otherwise, I'm trying to get the kid to school, go be a goalie, and trying to make sure nobody else gets pissed off for the rest of the day. And then a sub. How did a sub find my number? These are questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Also,
How
like
did
you just gonna have to send my kid to the office because they're not breaking dress code. So you're gonna send them to the office. Office is gonna send them right back to class. And fuck you, I'm not wearing your blazer.
Who blazer is this that I have on my body? No. Anyway, throw the husband away. Tell your kid that they're the best thing that's walking and that sub is awful. Complain about that sub. Tell the school that they know. If a parent tells us that my child should no longer be in the room with this sub, boom, it's already done. There's nothing else to talk about because who rules? The parent. Parents. Also, this is a side note. Y'all need to be up there at the school. Y'all, anytime something Harper told me this year, she's like, I didn't have a good time because my teacher, boop, 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 boop. My child has never complained about feeling bad about
the sub with the child in bad drag. Just add insult to injury.
They hate to see me coming because they know I'm with the shit at all time. Somebody asked me why Harper wasn't at my school. I said because she only need to be called out of her name racially one time, and this whole thing gonna get lit.
I have said multiple times, shit like that is why I don't have kids. Because
the unhingedness that I have over my children is unreal. As you should. Good parents are unhinged about their kids. When you find parents that's like, oh, whatever, they got it, they're old enough, they understand now, they do not like their kids. Otherwise. You cannot convince me otherwise. People that really just be like, oh yeah, Jimmy, he's 16. He has a car now. Like I let him do him, and you never check on him. You never check his grades. He's failing everything. He's smoking. He's drinking. He's doing all of the. Oh, he's fine. He's 16 now. You don't like your kids. I would call CPS for neglect on that type of stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go to another one.
Not the asshole. See, Dave, I told you.
That was one. How do I go to other ones? Oh, okay. Here we go. For refusing, am I the asshole for refusing to feed my sister's kids for free every day?
Are you babysitting them?
They bring them over to get fed.
Title. My older sister, 37 female, has 3 kids under 10. I, 25 male, it's already gonna go bad, don't have kids yet, but I'm a junior sous chef and I cook a lot in my spare time. I'm already tired. This is only the first sentence. During some recent time off from work, my sister asked if I could babysit her kids after school for 3 days. I said yes. I watched the kids. She paid me for it. I thought it would be it. But then she asked me what the kids ate with me after the week had ended, and then she wanted to know how I got her kids to eat a full meal. Her kids are picky eaters. They are typically the kids who will eat, but they will like off of a plate.
Lick off of, I think.
I'm sure he meant lick, but here's the thing. He's already an asshole. So let's just meat and potatoes, rice and noodles, and then leaves the rest veggies and sauce. According to my sister and brother-in-law, even if you give more veggies than something else, they won't eat them and they'll wait until the next meal. And if you give all the veggies or insist they eat the veggies, they don't say, I'll get to it in a second, they'll skip the meal. I sort of knew about them before I babysat, so I blended veggies and other good stuff into their dinner the first day with me. The kids, the second day I served them, but I did them, but hid in plain sight. And all the last day I just served away the da 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 da.
Mhm.
They would eat basically they won't eat the veggies if they at home, but they'll eat them with him because he's a sous chef. Because
Yeah, because he knows how to cook.
There are
Just-
some back
You're
and
not
forth.
giving them boiled Brussels sprouts.
My sister, and she said she couldn't get them to eat the food because she can't cook. Clearly. For a
Phone's
second,
coming out of your phone.
yeah.
There we go.
I was like, oh Lord. You sound like you got a bag of rocks, just shaking them out. So she wanted to make the food for her kids. I asked if she was going to pay me for spending all that time and money. She told me that I should do it in a way to help my nieces and nephews stay healthy. I told her it's a big ask. She told me I have a chance to really help and put my skills to good use for the family. I feel like it's asking a lot because they expect me to make something every day for the kids. Oh no. Didn't
He's
you
not
say
the asshole.
but my sister feels like I'm being a bad brother and uncle. Didn't you already say that your sister, she paid me for it? I watched the kids. She paid me for it. And I thought that would be it. She already paid you.
Also, your family, right? Like, it's your nieces and nephews. They should just be hanging out with you.
I would just like to interject as a childless person here. I don't have children. You want me to make them a chef style meal 3 times a week as part. First of all, I guess I want to know how long the kids are with him and how much is she paying them?
She said after school, she said they babysit her kids after school for 3 days a week. It's probably maybe like 2 to 3 hours, if that. Because if school gets out like normal people's school, it probably get out at 3. They probably don't get off work until 5. They don't get the kids till 6. What I'm saying is she already paid you. You're saying she need to give me money.
3 under 10?
That's or you
And I
could
don't
say
have
fuck you and no. That actually would feel better as a person with children. If you were like, I was like, if I made an agreement with you, watch the kids for 3 days a week, I'll pay you whoop whoop wop 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 wop. The expectations of my kids eat with you. They eat something.
Sure. But like you want me to make a meal like a
Now her reasoning, and this is her brother, and I don't know they relationship. Maybe she's been taking advantage of him all his life, and she's just like bullying him. I had to fight, you know.
I need to know. So somebody said it doesn't seem reasonable. Donna said it doesn't seem reasonable to me either. Donna, do you have children? I need to know.
Donna, listen, I don't know. Anyway, the point is,
like, if I'm that groceries are expensive. I'm one person
now. Wait until
and I don't have
January.
children. How about sister pays her brother to come over and show her how to make the meals the kids liked?
Here's the thing.
Like,
I think
like
also sister can't cook. Now I don't know what color they are, but what I'm getting is boiled vegetables. What I'm getting is steamed vegetables with no seasoning. What I'm getting is there's unseasoning that is happening because they're like, I don't know what to do. The kids are, because it tastes like rubber and dirt. They don't want to pay it. So that's the problem. I need more context. Is she paying you just to babysit, or is she giving you a little extra to get the food and all that stuff?
If she puts in money for groceries, absolutely. Especially if you're wanting them to eat like a nutritious meal with fucking vegetables, and you want me to do all like the chef prep stuff. Right. I don't mind doing the chef prep stuff because that's my job, my hobby. I enjoy it. But if I'm cooking for 3 children,
under 10,
3 times a week,
3 under 10. We gotta start planning things out, because right now the plan is not planning.
It sounds a lot like friends saying, "I will pay you in exposure."
It's
That's
so
your hobby. You enjoy it. It's just
it
practice for
is
you.
it is also a sous chef, right? So this person has experience prepping out food beforehand. You can do all of the stuff to make like your veggie based sauces in one day and then just use them the 3 days that you have the kids. Like it doesn't take that long to boil pasta, right? It's not a big ask, in my opinion.
It's not. And like I said, I think that he is an asshole for being like, I don't want to feed my kids. I don't want to feed my niece and
Is
nephew.
he
Why?
saying he's not going to feed them at all?
He cooked for them. They tried to cook for the kids, and they was like, they're not eating my food because you can't cook. And that's
Right.
really the conversation you need to be having with your sister. Hey, sis, come over to this house so I can teach you a couple of things because you got kids and they like to
Let me
eat.
tell you how to roast the Brussels sprouts with a little seasoning on them instead of
Seasoning
boiled.
butter. Get some, baby. You throwing them in a microwave and then hoping for the best.
Have you ever had a steamed Brussels sprout?
No, and I thank God. I thank
All
God.
my life, I thought I hated Brussels sprouts.
No, but I taught middle school and high school. Yo, middle school is my sweet spot. I love middle school, but they are crazy.
So I would like to add, Donna doesn't have children, and she thought it was unreasonable.
I just need something. Okay. Am I asshole for going to my sister's place after my dad's wife rushed to the hospital? Probably not, because I don't do the step parent when we get into that land.
Mm-hmm.
No, probably not. Oh my God, you got a lot to say.
We needed too long, didn't read. 7 months pregnant, rushed to the hospital, started bleeding and having breathing issues. Visiting the daughter and grandkids when it happened. My dad went, his wife.
Hold on, you got to read it out because some people can't. Wait, I was like, wait a minute, you skimming? Hold on.
My dad's wife, who is 7 months pregnant, was rushed to the hospital after she started bleeding and having issues breathing. My dad's in-laws were at the house. Whoa, where did it? You zoomed.
All right, I'm trying to zoom in so people can see it. Go ahead.
My dad's in-laws were at the house at the time visiting their daughter and grandkids when it happened. My dad went with his wife. I, 17 male, went to my sister's place instead of staying with dad's in-laws and the stepdaughter and the other kids, 3 and 18 months. Dad's in-laws wanted me to stay with the kids so they could go to the hospital to make sure their daughter was okay. I just wanted to get out, though, and left without discussing it more. I ended up spending 3 nights with my sister before dad showed up and demanded I go back to his house. For context about why I didn't stay in dynamics, sister and I are full siblings. Dad left mom when she was pregnant with me. After he left, mom got a job driving trucks and wasn't around much. Then he moved an hour from us and started seeing us more. Then he moved even closer and tried to get equal parenting time, but since he hadn't taken all the time he was offered before, he never paid his child support and didn't have a place big enough to give us our own rooms and wouldn't give up his bedroom for one of us, he was turned down. He ended up getting married, becoming stepdad, and having more kids with his wife. Last year, my mom died, and my dad and sister battled in court for custody. I wanted to live with my sister. The court said my dad should get a chance since he never really had much time with me. They said my sister was too young to really support me like dad could. I protested, but it didn't help. I'm going to live with my sister as soon as I turned 18, and we have a plan for that. Dad doesn't know, but keeps trying to make me forgive him and give his family a chance and try and stay and be a family with them. I'm not interested, not in his kids either. He tried to sell me on being an older sibling until he realized I don't care about his kids. His wife decided if I didn't. Sheesh.
Those nasty ass kids.
His wife decided if I didn't want to give them a chance, she wouldn't let me have any photos of my mom or sister in her house. I gave them all to my sister. She even went through my stuff to see. Did I lose something here? Just tell me I'm being an older son, don't care about his kids. His wife decided if I didn't want to give them a chance, then she wouldn't let me have any photos of my mom or sister in the house. Got it. I gave them all to my sister. She even went through my stuff to see. Ever since, she reminds me almost daily that I'll regret not wanting to do anything with her kids when they're older. She also wished for my sister to end up homeless because my sister didn't want to know her kids either. Oh, and because she had gone to court to make sure dad was going to still pay child support for her that he never paid mom. Back to the current stuff. After my dad made me go back to his place, he yelled at the top of his lungs at me for abandoning my family and not showing more concern for his wife and the unborn baby, or for the kids who could have lost their mom for all I knew. He told me he deserved better than that. I told him he deserved nothing from me or my sister. He told me my actions showed I'm not growing into a man, but a pathetic little boy. Am I the asshole?
Okay, I have, yes,
Stop.
but it's very justified.
Yes,
You are
you are the
saying-
asshole, but also everyone else in your family is the asshole.
Yeah,
Correct.
you're just
Yeah.
matching energy for energy at this point.
Facts.
You're like, Daddy, you abandoned me. Same.
That-
Twins.
Twinsies. I get it from my daddy.
Nobody loves me quite like you. Yeah,
And
he's
stepmom sounds like a fucking evil
Awful.
stepmother per, the huge.
I can't
And
have pictures of my mother.
my
the one
dead
that-
mother. My dead mother? And then you went through my stuff?
My dead
And
on
then
my
you,
dead
and then you
mom.
want me to watch your kids?
And abandoning the family, abandoning my family. Didn't you already do that? Where do you think I learned that
Oh, that's
from?
your family.
That's your
abandoned
family.
us.
Yo, I have a friend to this day. I swear to God. She says my dad's wife and my dad's wife kids. Them is your stepsis. No, my dad's wife and my dad's wife kids. Because however you started that relationship, please believe that your kids will know and they remember. The
Yeah.
North always remembers. Kids always remember. So when you come up to them when they old enough, right? When they old enough and they 17 and 18 and start being like, because this generation, this one right here, this Gen Zers don't give not one, not two, not three, not four of them things. They don't give not one of them. Oh, so sad. I saw one dude put makeup on his dad's urn, saying like, you wouldn't let me do makeup when you were alive. Now I'm gonna make you pretty for your death. Like, the unhingedness is unreal and unmatched. And I
never see Mueller the dead thing gone.
she
out the window.
said wait, but the one that caught me is this last part. After my dad made me go back to his place, he yelled at me at the top of my lungs for abandoning my family and not knowing more concern for his wife and the unborn baby or the kids who could have lost their mom for all I knew. Baby, he said he could have lost him. I don't even know. What I will say that yes, you are an asshole, but you are in a family of assholes, and so you're just matching energy for energy. And so that's my take. What about everybody else?
Earned assholery.
I mean, this is fun. We definitely okay. We're gonna do one more because we've been on this thing for 2 hours. Church announcements. Every Wednesday, we are at Austin Poetry Slam. We are at 1911 Aldrich Drive. We are in the Alamo Drafthouse in the Barrel of Fun. Every Wednesday, girls. Every Wednesday. There are some times we're out, but not really that much. Okay. Please come out.
Also, this Sunday from 12 to 2, because it's the second Sunday of the month.
It's this Sunday. We finally get to launch our writing workshop. It is free. It is also at Alamo Drafthouse. Our first one will be hosted by none other than Mr. Dave. We didn't have your burrs, and it was not good, Dave.
Mine are
Dave,
not good.
you can't actually leave us or abandon us at any time. I just want you to know that. Whether it be here virtually or in person, you can no longer just exit out. Sorry.
Yes,
We're not
yes,
no
ma'am.
good on my own.
Right. She had the burr all by herself.
Not a good burger.
I'll make sure that you don't have to burr anymore.
Thank you. At least not alone. We don't let a burr go alone. Okay, we gonna listen. Calling my mom unreliable. Ooh, okay. Not explaining to my ex-wife for the umpteenth time that the property taxes are paid out of escrow. Girl, I don't even know what escrow is or paying out of taxes, so we're not gonna do that. For telling my sister that I can't go to her wedding without my son.
Is this a child-free wedding?
Right. I don't know. I mean, also that's wild if you have a child-free wedding and you know your sister doesn't have a way to have it child-free, meaning you just don't want me there. But I would have taken that. You got it. Send me
Sorry,
pictures.
can't make it.
Right. Ooh, what if it's okay? We got to read it now because now I'm like, were you like, no, I'm good? And then your sister was like, you're not going to come to my wedding? Let's see. I, 24 female, have a 5-year-old son named Sam. Love Sam already. I had my son at a very young age, as did his father, John, whom I have a healthy relationship with to this day. John is American. I am not. So we got married when I got pregnant so we could all live here in the United States. Babes, that's not a guarantee anymore. Don't think that they ain't gonna have no anchor babies no more.
Nope.
That's a wild. It sucks. It sucks, and I hate that that is a term that they like. Clearly, y'all fell in love, yada yada yada. But that shit is not gonna be considered a citizen in a minute. So hold tight, friends. My family was not happy with my pregnancy and pretty much shut me out of their lives.
She was 19.
Because John had their kid at a different time. Stupid. Wait, well, but they are very old, and all the responsibilities for caring for Sam falls on us. Which means no nights off, no frequent dates, and nothing that generally can involve Sam. The responsibility falls especially on me. I take her to house call while John works long shifts. Shout out to men working. That's what's up. 6 months ago, my mother called me and told me that my sister was getting married, which is wild that you had to learn from your mom and not your actual sister, but carry on. During the video call, my sister asked me to be her maid of honor, which I excitedly accepted. However, I received the invitation, problems arose. The wedding was to be in my country, and each guest was required to cover their own travel, lodging, and clothing expenses.
Baby, you better tell me all that before you offer any role in your wedding.
Right. John offered to work overtime so that Sam and I could go. And after months of extra work, I managed to buy a nice dress and book a simple hotel room. A month before the wedding, I called my sister to confirm our attendance, and that's when she informed me that children were not allowed at the ceremony. I told her that wasn't specific on this invitation. It literally wasn't written anywhere on the invitation. And she hoped everyone would just take that for granted. I explained that I didn't have anyone to leave Sam with. It reminded her of our financial situation. She suggested leaving him with John or hire a nanny. Okay. Wow. John works shifts and we don't have a budget for a nanny for so many days just for a wedding. She compared the situation when I hired a nanny during my father's hospitalization, which seemed pretty stupid to me since it was a medical emergency and not a social event. After an argument, I told her that I would have to decline my role as bridesmaid since I couldn't leave my son. I want to clarify that I never asked her to make an exception for Sam because I understand that weddings are not places for children. I'm not an idiot, just a person who doesn't take things for granted. I just wanted her to understand my situation after I told her I couldn't go. She called me selfish, of course, and mentioned that she already had paid for my place in the wedding. How? If I'm paying for everything else, what is you paying for?
That's your bad. You didn't tell nobody.
Yeah, you didn't tell nobody. Okay, wait. I'm getting hot. Hold on. My blood pressure. Where was I? I offered to reimburse her with the money for the dress, but she just hung up. Now there are 2 weeks left until the wedding, but I keep getting messages from her, calls to insult me, and emails arguing that since I live in the U.S., I should have enough money to buy money for a babysitter, which, at least in my opinion, is totally ridiculous. I got the money back for the dress and the hotel, and I plan to give it back to John unless my sister claims it to cover the wedding expenses. But if she doesn't, well, I don't know if I should offer it to her again. Girl, y'all take that money and y'all go on a vacation.
Or put it in a savings account. Because
right. What the fuck? Girl, what are you? one, you're not an asshole. You tried all that you could try to make it work, right? Two, your sister is the actual asshole, and your mama is enabling it.
Jomar said, "What bride has that much time to berate?"
Girl, have you seen Bridezilla? They do. They got plenty of time. It's like when they become when the pick me, it's always
when the ring gets on the finger immediately.
When you can always tell when there is a marriage. I worked at Alpha and Angelo Bridal for 3 years. One day I will write a book about how ridiculous this world was. But you can always spot a bride who was like, we plan this out, we're really excited, and a pick me bride who was like, she didn't care who the hell it could have been. As long as he asked her and put a ring on her finger, now she is an actual tyrant, and she's awful to everyone. You called me to insult me? First of all, I'm not picking up the phone. What are you talking about? Insult the voicemail. That's always busy.
You asking for money that you paid, that you fucked up because you did not tell me. You know I have a child.
Right. That's not a secret. Clearly, because y'all mad at her still with a 5-year-old. Okay.
5 years. 5 years of being mad.
You've been holding on to that for whatever.
Well, listen, baby, you're just gonna have to continue to be mad, and I'm gonna keep my little dress money.
That's right. Go on vacation with your baby.
That's what Jomar just said.
Take some time off out of his long work days, and we're gonna take a weekend up the road. I don't know where y'all live, but go up.
She said up the road.
Say do a staycation, get an Airbnb. Yeah, and so at the pick me, I don't know where y'all are from, and like we're not trying to tie that, but like for you to think that Americans have a whole bunch of money because they're in America. That trope just is so tiring. Girl,
Super.
It's y'all like,
and
you live
even
in
if I have money that over there is a lot, I'm still over here.
Right. The money is still not moneying here.
Nannies are expensive.
Just get a nanny. Girl, who?
How about you just get me a nanny? What the fuck?
Oh, I wanted to say this earlier, but I forgot. So, like I said, Texas and Florida are the blueprint to this like red kick everybody out immigrant thing. Do you know that if you want to be a house manager in Florida right now, you will get paid $250,000 at the minimum?
What's a house manager?
There's a person that like manages all of like the maids and all of them. Like manages where they go. That's a 6-figure salary. Used to not be. If you work at a house right now, you're getting paid $80,000 to $90,000 a year. Like, because they cannot find anyone to do that work. You cannot. The people that were doing that work are out of there. And now they're like, who's going to clean up after me? And that's always been a problem. Y'all ain't never cleaned up after yourselves. Y'all ain't never cooked for yourselves.
You don't know how to bathe.
Y'all make these restaurants about Asian fusion and Mexican fusion and soul fusion. And y'all don't know how to cook. And y'all clearly stole all of these recipes and y'all made them gross. Y'all don't know how to clean up after yourselves. You don't know how to bathe yourselves. You don't use something to bathe yourselves.
Hands, they raw dog.
God made you feet too. You supposed to kick everything when you go buy it. Like what are you saying to me right now? Anyway, that was a tyrant, but I just want to let you know that like if you think all of these jobs, not just in like the service industry, which is also going to be affected, but think about all the things that all the Americans are like, that's not
I cannot wait until the Karens have to deal with a fully white restaurant staff.
Oh, girl.
First of all, it's gonna be expensive.
I went to Frenchy's in Houston and there was nothing but Mexicans in there. And shout out to them. They're working, they're paying taxes. Huh, where you think these taxes coming from, boo? Where you think these taxes, the most tax people
and taxation without representation because they can't fucking vote.
Make my head
Anthony
itch.
Bourdain talked about this right before he died. It's something like 90% of the restaurant industry is Latino and or undocumented.
Good luck. Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
House
Am I
prices.
the asshole for telling my mom if she doesn't like the rules of my car, she can walk? Girl. I wish I would tell Cynthia and Joshua Charles to get out my car and walk. She slapped the taste out of my mouth at 40 today. What are you talking about? Walk what? I'm walking. I'm getting out the walk. If you don't like the rules here, I'm gonna get out.
I wash my legs.
I would rather leave the car than to tell my mama to get out my car and do what? And do what? Where we going? Where's she going? Are we going together? Are we getting out the car together to go somewhere? That's funny. That's clearly not a black woman. I don't care what you say. Some of these you can't guess the race. With some scenarios you can. There's no way. I would no way.
I think I read that med school exam one. I think my answer was not the asshole.
For not waking up my roommate on the day of his final med school exam. I mean, your responsibility, friend. You got it.
Yeah.
For disinviting
you got
my
a phone, set an alarm on your phone.
Post Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
You got a phone, right? Set an alarm on your phone for your own damn final.
Yeah, you got it. You did it. For not having time of my life at a conference while pregnant. Girl, you shouldn't even been at that conference. Why are you going to a conference while pregnant? When I was pregnant with Harper, yeah, we drove to South Carolina for what is it called? Southern Fried? Was it North Carolina or South Carolina? One of the Carolinas. And Chris was driving 98% of the time. And one of the people that was in the car, because everybody was taking shifts on driving. I was not going to take a shift. I paid for it. So y'all figure that out. Y'all got it. And I'm pregnant. And she felt the way because I wasn't driving. She told to somebody else clearly because she didn't say it to my face. So clearly she didn't have that big of an issue about it. But I heard from a birdie, from other people that, oh man, she was really like, she felt the way because you didn't drive. But I said, she's going to have to keep feeling it because I'm still not going to drive. And I still won't drive. And then I made a point to never drive. Even when we were in the city, I was like, I'm pregnant. Can't go. Somebody.
Man, it is good that I am not going to have children because whatever the pregnant version of Bridezilla is,
me.
That would be me.
I would be pretty cool when I was pregnant. I didn't. The first time I was inside, so
I would be atrocious. Y'all, we run it up on 2 hours.
Okay. Anyway, church announcements. Wednesdays, Alamo Drafthouse, 1911 Aldrich. We're there every Wednesday. There's no Wednesday that we're not there. If we're not there, it's on fire. I don't know. Something is happening. Second Sunday, which is this Sunday coming up, we are going to have our first writing workshop. It is free for all to be there. It is from the hours of what time again?
12 to 2.
It is from 12 to 2. It is free. It is free. It is free. It is free. So please come out. Please have a good time. We will be there. It'll be live streamed. Now I know how to live stream on Instagram. And so you will see it there. Hopefully we get to see you there in person. Anything else? Yes. Oh, funny story. The way that Jomar was making money while his senior year at college in UT, he was writing people's med school entries and law school entries. He has been to multiple he's been to multiple med schools apparently and law schools on his writing.
Amazing.
Any other church announcements?
I don't think so. Oh,
don't
Texas
think
two-step.
Texas
Rescheduled.
two-step has been postponed. We will do it in the summertime. More details coming out soon.
So
but
that the 20th will now be the new shit slam that we are rescheduling from last night.
right. So it will be the new shit slam. It'll be a good time. Please come out. The other thing, there's another thing I wanted to bring up, but I can't think of it right now. Just check our Eventbrite. Go to awesomepoetry.com. Go to our Eventbrite. You'll see all of our events there. Any other announcements? All right. I love you all. Take care of yourselves. This is a hell of a time to be alive. But we will make it. Everything, I don't know if it'll be okay, but we will be here. Also, one thing I know for sure, Awesome Poetry Slam is still gonna have a weekly show. I can't tell you much was gonna happen in this country, but what I can tell you is Awesome Poetry
Wednesday
Slam.
nights we're gonna be at Alamo Drafthouse.
We're gonna be at the Alamo Drafthouse. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yeah, take care of yourselves, man. Find the resources that you need. Find the community that you need. You can follow us on all of our social medias. I sometimes play Call of Duty on Twitch, so you can always find me there at Charlie1621. You can always find Rachel Z, and Mr. Dave uses words. We're everywhere where you are and we are. We love you all so much. Again, y'all got it. You got us, but y'all definitely gonna have to get y'all. We love you so much. Have a good night. Y'all don't hang up that is on this call with me. Everyone else, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.